Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for a radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, just joining us to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. But for those who are looking to look and feel their best, there is nothing like being able to have a service available to you that can help you do just that. That's why I'm excited to welcome Dr. Michael Hakimi to our program today. He's one of the top Hollywood board-certified plastic surgeons that has been able to do work that he's not only been able to love, but also to have satisfied patients as well. We'll talk to him about his journey and what it's been like for him to bring joy to others, to help them look and feel their best. Dr. Hakimi, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Hi, Cyrus. Thanks for having me.
Well, this is, I think, it's great to be able to have you on with us, especially now, because so many people, are looking for, that way to be able to, to look good, to feel good about themselves. You've been able to provide services, Dr. Hakimi, that's been able to do that. What has that been like for you in your career to know that by doing something that you love and offering your services, you've been able to help people feel better?
Cyrus, in the beginning, when I decided to go to medical school, the reason for me to choose medicine was I like talking to people. I like interacting with people. And I think each of us pick our journey as far as our career for a specific reason. But at the end of the day, we all interact and we make a difference in other people's lives, right? You are lucky to be able to reach a massive number of people through your podcast, through your talk. In my case, it's like one patient at a time. Now, it was through medical school when I got exposure to plastic surgery when I realized, number one, I love working with patients that it's a privilege. They come to your office and they talk about their most insecurities. There's stuff that sometimes they don't even talk to their significant other about. There's stuff that every morning they look in the mirror or when they undress to go shower or they go swimming, there's something that keeps them from feeling themselves, from being themselves. And I found that to be a huge privilege that someone comes to your office and they open up and they trust you with their insecurities. Then as a doctor, we get to listen to these people and realize what is it that we can do? What are the best options for these patients depending on their age, depending on the downtime that they can take, and depending on the results that they expect. Now, in plastic surgery, we're trained to do head to toe. One day we do facelift, one day we do liposuction, one day we do mommy makeover. And I can tell you each one caters to a specific patient age and patient clientele, and every single one of them is gratifying in a different way. What surprised me, Cyrus, is that through social media, I got to even I got an amplified version of that satisfaction, because not only these people come to your post-op appointments and thank you and you see them happy, you see them walk into your office with a different vibe, with a different sass, if you will, almost. When they come back, they thank you for, oh, my God, my jawline is so much sharper. Oh, when I change my clothing, I'm so happy not to see this part, or etc. But then they add you on their Instagram, and then you watch them interact, and you watch them go out there and be themselves, and then you watch them in their journey. I have so many people that were so shy, young girls, that you do a very, very minor procedure, and all of a sudden there's an amplified change in their attitude, their dating life. They start to go out, take photos, start dating, being more able to express themselves online, whether through dance or taking photos and whatnot. And then I have, a 65-year-old, 70-year-old woman that says, when I look in the mirror, I don't think I match my energy inside. My face looks sad. People ask me why I'm sad, but I'm really not sad, and I'm tired of explaining to people that I'm just aging, but inside I'm young and I have a lot of energy. And those people, you do a facelift on them, they come back the next week, they dress differently, they talk differently, they hold their neck differently. All of a sudden, the turtleneck is not there anymore because they are very proud of showing their neck, and they feel like now it matches the inner energy. And I think, Cyrus, as we age longer and as we live longer, and we're more active in our lives, in our 70s and even 80s, it becomes more and more important in these patients or people in general, to be able to match their inner energy. We live healthier, we eat healthier, we work out, and we try to live a longer life. But also we want to make sure that the outer, the face and the body matches our inside, and that combination, it's almost synergistic together. And these people are more productive people in society. They are happier in their personal life. And I truly think our profession, medicine as a whole, is a very privileged field that people trust us, but on a whole different level when it comes to plastic surgery.
Right. Dr. Hakimi, you can hear the excitement in your voice even as you're talking about some of those instances, and I think that's why I was fascinated about this conversation with you, because I think one of the things that struck me when I visited your website, one of the words that stood out to me was relationship. So it's more than just someone coming in, and getting a procedure done. As you said, you become a part of their journey, a part of their lives, and helping them to feel differently about themselves as well as see themselves differently. I also love the testimonials that you have on your website as well. And we should say, a lot of times that we're talking about when it comes to plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery, we think women. But what has it been like for you to see men also, have been able to not only take advantage of your services, but also see those same results as well?
Yeah, I really think it's a relationship that I formed with these patients, and it's interesting because not only I see myself as their doctor, but also I feel like I'm a mentor in this field for my patients, because of social media, people are more aware than ever of all the options that's out there, right? Every company claims that their machines do X, Y, and Z. Every celebrity or influencer claims that they had this done and that done to their eyes or their forehead or their body. And you can imagine public can be very confused which procedure is right for me and my body, and which procedure will provide me with the results that I want. So I always tell my patients when they come in for a consultation, this is an educational session. My job is to tell you what options you have. Even if I don't perform them, I have to give you your options so that when you make a decision to have the surgery or this non-surgical procedure, it's a truly an informed decision. So I spend about an hour with these patients, and I tell them, go home, do your research, call me if you have any questions, and if you feel that this option that I give you matches what you want, I'll be happy to help you. So one thing is, yes, the relationship, being the educator in their life and in their journey in plastic surgery or in medicine in general. Now, as far as men goes, that's an interesting part, because there are two types of men in my practice. Ones that are dragged in by their wives and boyfriends and girlfriends. These are the people that, their significant other thought that they need to get Botox because they look unhappy or they're going to form wrinkles, and the significant other is trying to keep them, to help them with the keep up and make sure that they take care of themselves. So they have that motivator in the beginning that brings them. And then there are men that are more aware. They come in and they say, Michael, Dr. Hakimi, I've been working out. There's this specific area that I'm having a hard time losing the fat, or I would like to have more definition in my deltoid as I work out. Or men in their 50s and 60s, majority of men, they don't care about their face as much, because we're lucky when we grow beard, all of a sudden, all the signs of aging are gone. We can even sharpen our jawline the way we shave our beard. But it's the turkey neck, it's the fact that they say, when I put a tie on or when I look in the Zoom, I see this skin hanging, and that takes away from that masculine look. I just want to have a sharper jawline. And men are very different during their consultation. They come in, they know what they want. They don't like a full hour of giving them their options. They're like, this is my problem. Where's the scar going to be? What's my downtime? And when can I get it done? My role in the consultation for men versus women is very different. They're more right to the point, and they want to get it done and don't talk to me anymore. They want to go back to their lives.
Yeah. So I want to talk about that because it is a great deal of trust that they're putting in you as well, Dr. Hakimi. How does that feel for you to know that as you're building these relationships with your client, that the trust that they're putting in you, and your ability to help them with what they want?
In medicine, when you take the oath, you take the oath not to do harm. And when you go to plastic surgery, not only you do no harm, you also take a personal oath to make them better. When these people come to our office, I always tell them it's a huge privilege that you even walk into this office. And when they sign up for the procedure, it's even more. So there's no room for error in plastic surgery. These people come in to look better and therefore feel better, et cetera, et cetera. You only can make them better. That's why I tell them I only do one surgery a day. It takes whatever it takes to get you as close as I can to perfection. I don't book my surgeries back to back to back because it's human nature. You don't want to be rushed through the surgery. You want to have one patient, one day, take all the time. Everybody asks me, how long does my facelift take? I'm like, I don't know, somewhere between 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours, as long as it takes to get it perfect before we leave, because you get one shot at it. You're putting your trust in me, and I appreciate it, and I want you to know we're not leaving the OR until it's perfect.
Well, it's great that you've been able to, again, provide these services, Dr. Hakimi, as well as, of course, to build this clientele. I should mention one of the things I noticed in my prep, that one of the things that people can do, you mentioned them coming into the office, you've been able to offer virtual consultations as well, something that has definitely become more popular during the pandemic. Have you found that to be the case, that that's one of the things they appreciated, too, being able to make those changes and make those things available even when they can't come in?
Very much so. During the pandemic, we first started offering Zoom consults for my follow-up patients. These are patients that had surgery done prior to shutdown, and then I had to see them, but they were very elective. We're not allowed to even have the office open at that time early on during the pandemic. So we started with these follow-ups, and then people found out how much easier it is for them just to send some photos prior and then get a Zoom consult and a Zoom follow-up. Because of that, now my reach for clients and patients has tripled or quadrupled, because majority of people that are either too busy during the week to come and see us, and they work a 9-to-5 job, or have kids at home, or let's say they're even out of state. These people, they're all able to do a Zoom consult. First, if they're a good candidate, if they like me, if everything works out, then they come to the office when they know that they're going to have the surgery done, rather than coming in, waiting to see multiple doctors. I think the Zoom, or whether the whole virtual consultation, is one of the things that came out of this pandemic, and it might not it will never completely go away. Some of the people just like coming in and having that human interactions. I find out as the COVID hopefully gets better and better, people actually are craving that human interaction, even though we offer them. They're like, no, I just want to come and see the doctor, which we love seeing them, but it really helps medicine reach a larger population. And in plastic surgery, people that are not able to make it to your office, or for distant reason, they're out-of-town patients that they hear about you, they want to see what you offer, we're able to serve them with a virtual consultation.
Again, everyone, Dr. Michael Hakimi has been our guest. He is not only a Hollywood board-certified plastic surgeon, but also who takes each one of his clients, takes their needs into account as he's being able to be a part of their lives and helping them to look and feel their best. I mentioned it earlier, Dr. Hakimi, but how can our audience stay connected with you?
They can always call the office, but these days with social media, I feel like people get to know you more. If they want to see photos, or they have any questions, probably the best way to reach me is through my Instagram, which is just my name, Dr. Hakimi, DrHakimi. This is to add me on your Instagram. DM me if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to reach out as soon as I can. If you want to call the office to talk or come in for a consultation, it's 424-239-5201.
All right, Dr. Hakimi, thank you so much again for the time. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
My pleasure, Cyrus. Huge fan. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I appreciate that, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.